I suppose, Luis, when you've got to turn things around when you are Real Madrid, it's a good job that Toni Kroos is on the pitch.
It's always good to have a player like him, of course. And today we had the chance of seeing a worldly. I mean, that volley is just magnificent. Just a few players in the world can do and manage this kind of strike. And definitely, yeah, he's one of those players that you know that when he's on the field, anything can happen. We've seen him with the national team. We've seen it with Real Madrid. And this is the kind of games that you want this kind of player to show up, because Real Madrid was struggling, with being very slow. Once again, just doing just enough to get a result and suffering in the last few minutes. Even that chance from the left back from Cádiz could have been the equalizer for Real Madrid, that normally likes lately to play with fire, because once again we could see Real Madrid dropping points, and they are not with so many to give away as easily.
It's not about just the beautiful goal scored by Toni Kroos. Why he's so important is the playmaking ability. This whole Real Madrid team depends on his playmaking ability, his ability to dictate the game, to control the match. Everything depends on him. And you saw against Rayo, when Toni Kroos was suspended, he could not play. Real Madrid suffered. As a result, we had no control at midfield. And today, because of him, we had much more composure at midfield. We had much more calmness at midfield. We had much more control at midfield. Also, I know it's not really great scoreline, 2-1 against one of the bottom team, Cadiz. You have to remember, when you play one of the bottom teams, it's more difficult to play against them, because what they do, they park the bus all the time. So you have almost little to no space to work with.
Winning ways for Real Madrid, but do you think there are a few cause for concerns there, especially with the goal that they nearly conceded at the end, the goal that they did concede? It doesn't seem that all is quite well yet.
It's so interesting.
So before Ali's comment, what did Courtois did? Like, this was totally on Courtois. A player like his caliber should save it easily.
This game for Real Madrid, in that you can, I think, create arguments from all sorts of different angles. If you're Real Madrid, you could possibly say, you know what, Luka Modric puts that chance away, it's 3-0, and that's how it's finishing, because there is no chance for Cádiz to get back into the competition. Right. But you could also say you did not take advantage of that opportunity. Once again, you struggle to keep a clean sheet at home. It's something that, for whatever reason, Real Madrid doesn't seem to be doing with any sort of consistency at Santiago Bernabéu. Unable to do so with any consistency throughout the league. They go away from home, they play at home, they struggle to keep a clean sheet. Now, they give up a goal. And now you're thinking, well, all right, great. It's a consolation goal for Cádiz, and that's about it. Nothing else is going to happen. Actually, something else did happen. Alfonso Espino is wide open in front of Thibaut Courtois and cannot finish a chance. So for as much as this could have been 3-0, it could have just as easily been 2-2. And that's where Real Madrid are right now. Underwhelming in the first half, slightly better in the second half, did just enough. They win the game. They take the 3 points. Right now, Real Madrid, where they seemed to be a certainty a couple of weeks ago, now there's a lot of uncertainty about Real Madrid, and that is something Ancelotti must be worried about.
We have to look back a little bit more into context. The performance against Cadiz, if you look back last 2 games against Cadiz, Real Madrid drew both of them, at home and at away. Even if you look at that perspective, it's an improvement. At least Real Madrid won the game. Performance-wise today, first half was really difficult to play, because first of all, they parked the bus. Second of all, the referee was really bad. Every time Real Madrid players touch Cadiz player, is in yellow. Every time they do a hard tackle, it's nothing. What I said before repeatedly, how do you beat a team who parked the bus? Set piece. Crossing, that's how you beat them. And that's how eventually Real Madrid scored first goal from Militao's header. Additionally, in second half, we noticed drastic improvement in terms of performance. Vinicius' performance at second half is something to be content about. Today, especially in second half, he showed that dazzling performance. I like the way he played, especially in second half. And last but not the least, the most important out of all the points I have talked so far, LA and Luis Garcia portrayed as if Real Madrid really struggled a lot today. They somehow won the match. But that's not the case. The match was totally different. Real Madrid had full control of the match. I mean, it could be 3-0 easily if Modric would not missed that huge opportunity. Cadiz has two big chances, that's it. But those are really scary though. We have to improve our defending. Like the second chance that Cadiz missed towards the end of the match, like what was Mendy doing? Overall, we have to improve our focus and concentration and as well as total performance in the future.
Who are your favourites, Luis? Is that a silly question?
I think we are far away from knowing who are going to be the favorites. I think there's still both teams going to drop points at some moments. We don't know what is going to happen in the World Cup, who are the players who are going to be with no injuries, being healthy, and what I mean healthy with the highest standard to continue playing in La Liga, to have the mentality to change a World Cup situation, stress and mentality to change straight away to your club and to your team. And that's something that is not going to be easy for many players. But the way that I've seen Barcelona play in the last few games, the way that I see Barcelona focusing on La Liga, because right now is the main target for them, is the biggest trophy they can win this season, because yeah, they can manage to win the Europa League, but I guess, and I can imagine that they're going to focus 100% on La Liga, trying to win it and take it away from Real Madrid. This Barcelona looks favorites at the moment. We'll see what happens after the World Cup. We'll see what happens in the month of March.
So who is the favorite right now to win the La Liga? This is not a stupid question to ask, but this is a stupid question to ask to Luis Garcia. Why? This is a guy who is anti-Madridista. Regardless of the situation, he will always pick Barcelona, even Atletico. Before the start of the season, he predicted that Real Madrid will finish third below Atletico. So we have to be cautious with whatever he predicts. Moreover, in my opinion, World Cup will be a big issue, big factor who will win the La Liga title eventually.
And then comes that focus after the World Cup. Who have you got winning it at this point?
Wait a minute. Before I answer, and I will answer, did Luis give us an answer? Did he say which one's the favorite?
So I think he kind of said, right now, I like Barcelona,
Okay.
from what we're seeing right now. And then he went on to agree with you. So you've got to be nice to him, okay?
Well, I am being nice. I just wanted to make sure because maybe I didn't hear him. Hey, my bad. Maybe I didn't hear him. I don't know that he actually made a choice, but I'll make a choice.
Okay.
I'm going to say Barcelona.
Oh.
To be honest, I don't see any surprise of Ellis picking Barcelona because he always picked Barcelona. Even at the start of La Liga, he predicted that Barcelona will win the La Liga title. So this is not changed yet, but he might change his opinion after the World Cup and so on. Let's see what goes on.
So given that Luis did kind of say Barcelona, you agree with him?
We got there in the end, I think. I think we got there in the end.
We did get there, and then they'll tell you who definitely needs to get there, and that is higher up the table, is Atleti.
There's no surprise of elements. ESPN's folks, most of them will pick Barcelona over Real Madrid most of the time. That is fine because they're top of the league, which is understandable as of now, but things will change. Today's win is so vital for moral boost because Real Madrid drew and lost last match. Drew against Girona and lost against Rayo. So today's win was really necessary. Although it's kind of frustrating that we are not top of the table. We're 2 points below Barcelona. And I'm confident that things will change. We'll play much better. We will be more dominant after World Cup.